lane now for the Virtue Mini Challenge. They've got a bit of a damp track that they're heading out to, but they're keen to race. This is only their second race of the weekend, so let's go to our commentators, Paul O'Neill and Richard John Neal.
Sorry guys, say again. So here we go then with damp track. Sorry for the delay there, just welcoming Paul back into the box and sorting ourselves out and wondering really how this is going to play out. We had a very interesting time yesterday for the Virtue Motors Mini Challenge. Interesting weekend because it is only 2 races at Oulton Park. We had it 2 last year and just the 2 this year. So it's a weird weekend for some of them. I think a couple of teams have been quite happy with various problems and stuff going on. Nathan Edwards springs to mind. Last year, double winner. This year, just problems galore. But you've been out there more recently than I have. Is it getting worse?
Well, yeah, I'll be dead honest. If you're not on a wet tyre, you are in trouble. The one thing I will say, Izzy, one of our ITV sport reporters, was telling me they are all buzzing down in, well, they were all buzzing before they went to the grid because they want a wet race. And Alex Solly in particular.
She told me that as well. It must be important then.
You were very important. Literally, she interrupted a live broadcast. No, I'm joking, she didn't. So she was just telling me on the way over here that, yeah, they're all looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, fella. But it hasn't rained properly for a while, and this won't just be wet, it will be horrifically greasy. That's the problem.
Do any of the officials get a chance to sort of read the riot act in the holding area? I mean, Ria will be there with her whistle, and the viewers won't know what we're talking about, but Ria Beauchamp, who organises the championship, in fine style, it has to be said, we'll shout at them and tell them what's what, but they'll be aware of the conditions for sure. But sometimes you need that little extra nudge just to let you know that you've got to be careful. Extra green flag light, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, that looks like is that a slick tyre? I would like to see a proper look at that, because I mean, yeah, it'd be good to see what people are on, and we need to have a look. Maybe Matt Salisbury from Mini Challenge can actually get in touch with us maybe and tell us, because well, there's a better shot. That's a slick tyre. Oh my word, there's a lot of people on the wrong tyre in my eyes. The yellow side tells us, that it's slick tyres. You can tell how they're getting away. They're all wheel spinning. I would say most of them are on slicks. This is going to be a big call. There's some tyres that have got kind of like worn away on the side, the actual Goodyear logo, so they may be wet, but we'll still find out. We'll see how aggressive they weave. But to answer your question, there'll be a lot of respect between these drivers, but respect only goes so far, Richard, when you're going into a really short braking zone.
Absolutely right, and particularly around Oulton Park. So we'll see how it all pans out, but we've had a few stories so far this weekend, including a win for Max Edmonson, a first win for Max yesterday. Started 6th on the grid yesterday and came through in 3 laps. People said, oh, well, we're looking forward to Oulton, but of course it's less overtaking. Max Edmonson didn't worry about that, did he, coming up from 6th? Taking a win. First win for Max, first win for Pro Alloys as well. So mega job for them in the championship.
What have I said about that lad? What have you said?
You said it, yeah.
No, but you've backed me up, mate. You know the deal. We both covered him in different championships. He's a proper peddler. They're a good team. Lovely colour scheme on the car, fluorescent Pro Alloys colour scheme. I really like Max because there's a lot of drivers that are just steady away. He is a real pusher. I like him.
Well, let's have a look how they're lining up then for the moment, and we go on to the second race of the weekend for the Virtue Motors Mini Challenge, and pole position goes to Tom Ovenden. He has a double pole this weekend. Josh Porter will line up alongside. Let's go through it formally. Round 8 of the championship, Tom Ovenden on pole from Josh Porter and Lewis Selby. Marlo Cordell lining up in 4th. Max Edmonson, the man we were just talking about, is in 5th. Nathan Edwards 6th. More to that story as well. Row 4, Albert Webster and Alex Solly. Then it's Harry Hickton and Harry Campy. Owen Hillman and Charlie Hand on the 6th row, followed by Ned Anthony and Cameron Richardson. Then Jacob Hodgkiss and Jamie Osborne, the championship leader, back on row 8. The sport category headed by Chris McKenzie from Archie Johnson. So Bitcoin and Jam Sport ahead of JRW Racing's Ben Crossley. Nicky Gauci is next up from Henry Howarth, and the grid completed by Accelerate's Will Crooks. So that's how they line up with Tom Ovenden on pole position, who has had a lot of pole positions this year and racking up some decent points. Looks like the officials are happy with everything at the moment. Whether they'll still be happy after the first couple of corners remains to be seen.
Yeah, I am intrigued. This looks like a slick race. One driver, Charlie Hand, has come in, and that will be, hopefully, not a retirement. That should be to change to wets. We're going to know pretty soon, and this could be, that really does look like a slick tyre to me. I'm a bit worried about this, Rich, but let's see what we get.
Yep, all we can do is call it as it happens, and fingers crossed for everyone. But Ovenden and Josh Porter on the front row of the grid. So Josh in the orange and black car, and away we go. It's a good start from Tom Ovenden, and they're all away well. It looks like a slightly recalcitrant start for Max Edmonson, who we wanted to keep an eye on, but it's Lewis Selby looking to go up into second position. Oh, there, off goes Alex Solly. That's Izzy Browning's fault, that.
Yeah, well, he was looking forward to it. It looked like he was looking forward to it a bit too much, but the front lot have got away. We're going to know what the sketch is when we get to the hairpin, and as I say, I'm just hoping they really go steady and respect each other. It's so difficult down here. Solly's going to cause a safety car.
Yeah, for sure, and that won't be a bad thing. I mean, the car doesn't look too damaged. It is beached, but it will just give everybody that chance to slow down and evaluate the circuit a little bit more once the safety car is deployed. But Tom Ovenden getting away well on the start.
Look at that, they're definitely on slicks, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you know, can I just say, Goodyear make an amazing slick, because I cannot believe how well it's working in the wet. It must be a softer compound than I think, because I've driven these cars in these kind of conditions on slick tyres, and it was a different compound then, and it was really, really, really difficult. But they're all side by side, but we've got to be careful of those white lines, the wet curbs, but we've got to be careful of that as well. But next corner coming up, Druids. There's a safety car now, but Druids is the one you've got to be careful of. Will anybody pit under safety car?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? We've already got the Manpower Motorsport car of Charlie Hand in pit lane, so Charlie might have played a blinder here to come through. We'll see how it pans out. There is Charlie Hand.
Is he going to get out before the safety car? Because if he does, wow.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Could be, I think he will, Paul, because they're just exiting the final corner. So it looks like, but then he's got to catch up. We need to know how long we're going to be under safety car to recover Alex Solly. So we'll see. Do we know whether he's got out? Let's have a quick look. Can't see from where we are down towards pit lane. But Tom Ovenden will be picked up by the safety car. It's Lewis Selby second. Josh Porter next up from Nathan Edwards has had a decent start. So Nathan Edwards up into fourth place. And yeah, there is Charlie Hand who made it out. So how fast on a catch-up lap can you go with the safety car boards out and the yellows?
A lot faster on wet tyres if he's on wet tyres. You've just, at the end of the day, Richard, you've just not got to crash. If you crash under yellows, you are an idiot and you deserve to have everything thrown at you. That's my personal opinion. You just can't do that. We make mistakes, but you know, being silly and going off at full speed is ridiculous. Hopefully, Hand will know by seeing what he's seen, it ain't going to be half a lap and it's clear. He'll get round, no problem. Interesting if we can go back and see how fast he's actually going. Now he's on screen, so I just want to look. There's spray off them tyres. They're wet, and that is an absolute legendary call. We've got 21 minutes of this race to go. How hard's it going to rain? He's got his windscreen wipers on. It's all good.
Charlie Hand had a massive injury here a couple of years ago, and I know he's a little bit mindful of that coming back here this weekend, and said to me yesterday with his dad that he was doing a bit of a rain dance. So this may have played out well for him, but he's handled his return to Oulton Park exceptionally well this weekend, this young man. Here's the start.
So yeah, you see a lot of people get wheel spin. Just look 3 rows back. Look at the car of Max Edmonson, just wheel spinning, cars left and right of him. And then what do we see of Alex Solly in the number 12? He's right of your screen. He just locks up, gets on the white line, doesn't touch the barrier there, but clouts it there, and also vibrates the cameraman stand. So yeah, really, really difficult start to this race. But look, everyone on the outside just having no grip, and people just trying to get the traction out. Just that's normal stuff. They're getting into each other with the wrong tyre on. Coming in out of Knickerbrook, and that's just again side by side. And that's Albert Webster, isn't it, getting involved on that? And then watch this now as the car just pulls itself back across the track. Was that Gauci, was it?
That was Marlo Cordell, I think.
So was it Marlo Cordell?
The 27.
Yes, it was, sorry.
Here is Charlie Hand trying to... Oh, okay.
Interesting. The reason you're seeing Charlie Hand doing that is because he has locked the fronts up. So he isn't trying to catch up quicker. He basically just didn't want to go across the grass. Interesting, he's locked fronts up with wet tyres on, which I think he's on. There's no other tyre he can be on. So the only thing I could think is that he's been on wets and he's gone back to slicks, but that would be a savage thing to do. Looks pretty much
okay, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like he's going well. So I don't think you'd get a penalty for that. But I don't know. Things surprise me. He's got a little bit of way to catch up, though, yet, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has got a way to go. New livery, you might remember, it was all orange previously when we saw Charlie Hand, but he's got some blue and the family company there on the side of the car now, which is it's a nice-looking car. It was a great-looking car anyway, but the family have bedded themselves into the championship quite well and given the car a good look. He is, so still trying to close up as best he can. He's got a fair way to go.
The reason see how much they're weaving. If they were on wet tyres, they won't be weaving that much. I will guarantee you that. They are on slicks. Definitely. And it's raining in the outside the comms box. It's raining enough for me to say a wet weather tired car should win this. Definitely. Look at that. Well, there you go.
We're going to see a Lewis Selby here, are we?
We could see a Lewis Selby, yeah. I mean, that was a great call at Donington, wasn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But Charlie Hand, if he can catch back up pretty quickly, should be more or less there. The only thing that doesn't look great, but it's because it's the first lap, is on our timing screen. He is purple in every sector. He's done the fastest lap of everybody, but we didn't do a racing lap, did we? So he'll be absolutely
No, that's right.
fine.
And of course, people that might be asking, how is he speeding around trying to catch up? He will have been aware of the zone where the marshals were trying to attend to the car. So just to put that in perspective, but lights out on the safety car now. We're getting ready to race with Tom Ovenden there from Lewis Selby. Then it is Porter, Edwards next up. Harry Campy, top rookie, he's up in 5th position. And Harry in the blue number 13. We'll see what he can do, but this is now down to Tom Ovenden, the ex-rallycross racer, so he'll be used to slippery conditions. That's a kiss of death from the commentator, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he's gone, and he's gone super quick and super early. If he knew how close Charlie Hand was behind, then he would have gone even faster.
Yeah, I think you're right there. So we get the restart, and they do the straight bit, which is okay. We've got a challenge on for Nathan Edwards, having a quick look at Porter there, side by side behind them as well. Another safety car, but Webster off there.
And this is what happens, you see. I don't know what we were expecting with cars with slick tyres on. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, they were fired up, weren't they, to try and go. Albert Webster, incidentally, the number 2 car you saw going off, having his best finish yesterday in 4th place, so well done to him. After a biggie on Friday in testing, the team rebuilt the car, which I know he was very grateful for. Nathan Edwards up into 3rd, side by side with Josh Porter. Out of the hairpin they come, and Edwards is up into... Great to see Edwards getting some luck at long last. May it continue as they go side by side for the lead, and Lewis Selby trying to get it in the yellow Nappa car. It's a Nappa attack, but Tom Ovenden is hanging on to it. Ovenden leads, Selby in P2. Look at the queue behind. These guys all on the edge. They're skating on ice here, but can they all hang on to it or not? We've got another car coming into the mix. Alex Solly's car will make it back round to pit lane, so he is clear, which is good. Here we go, and into the lead now. It is Selby.
Oh, Selby's done a great job there, and Selby will try and crack on. Nathan Edwards, great to see. He's getting the job done, and look at that, round the outside. That was Osborne in the 77, and he's got Porter alongside him. It's all going off. Where's Nathan Edwards going to go? This is a great gaggle. I can't wait for this now.
Where has Osborne come from? He was way down on the grid. He had a mechanical, a wire failure, electrical failure in qualifying yesterday. He was right at the back of the grid, and he has come through. I know he's good in the wet. I'm always banging on about the Focus Cup race he did, the 3 races he did in the wet at Donington on his senior debut, and he has come through into 5th position. Big one for Nathan.
Oh, wow. Check your undies, lad.
I'm sure he will. Nathan, as I say, has not had any luck at all so far this year. His brother Johnny was telling me they're so fed up with the bad luck he said if we're going to get any more, fair enough, they put an umbrella up indoors in the awning just to either get more and get it out of the way and get it done. As we go side by side for the lead, Tom Ovenden looking for the outside run here, can't quite get it. Is he going to leave the door open for Porter to have a look up the inside? Osborne is in fourth, who has come through. Edmonson's down in seventh, needed to keep an eye on Edmonton to see how he was doing.
Look who's done the fastest lap. It's Hand, and he is coming along. He's coming along.
And over fist here, isn't it, coming through the field, and that could be an inspired Manpower Motorsport decision if it plays out well for him. Meanwhile, Osborne getting into Porter is a replay.
So this was, look at Nathan Edwards, is it? Oh, no, it was Webster, wasn't it?
That was the Webster one, yeah.
Albert, right into the side. And that was a shame, that, because he was completely sideways,
Harry
to be
Tampy,
fair.
wasn't it?
Yeah, Harry had nowhere to go, did he? What a shame. Who's this now? Has someone gone straight on? No, that is...
This is the Sport, and we've got Nicky Gauci, who's leading it, and Henry Howe's gone in, and then Chris McKenzie has gone straight on through the...
Chris didn't fancy a bit of that. That was a great bit of driving. Great bit of driving.
Yeah, good reaction, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I would have done the same, because...
Chris McKenzie's come on so much now, racing in the City Car Cup, which he's doing well in, winning races outright there and balancing it with this superbly. He's on pole for Sport in this one.
Yeah, proper stuff.
And I don't mean to sound surprised, because he is a good lad, is Chris McKenzie. Very quiet lad, but running very, very well indeed.
We know how good he is, don't we? But yeah, this is a long race still, and all I can say for Charlie Hand, who's in 11th place, setting the fastest lap, he really, really, really could do with getting past as many people as quick as he can. Is that
Owen?
That's Owen Hillman, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh,
Owen does all the liveries and graphics and all that in the team. Very talented young lad, raced in the Civics with Max Edmonson last year, and they've come over as a team. While we've got Max actually in shot, he was telling me, his mum and dad were telling me earlier on, he might not be able to see out the season. I cannot understand why a young driver like that has not got people queuing up to be associated with them and, you know, getting involved, enjoying the racing and putting a bit of money his way. If he doesn't get any, that'll be a real travesty. I know other drivers need support as well, and I'd like to, you know, to promote them too. But it would be a real sad thing if we don't see Max Edmonson get to the end of the season.
We see it time and time again, don't we? And this is what we're seeing now, is a brilliant move around the outside. Osborne is so brave. It's not flat through there on slicks on a damp track, but he got the job done, didn't he, on Porter? Great stuff.
He did, a lovely move. Max Edmonson running well too, so it's a Nappa 1-2 at the moment, and here comes Osborne, who's really bounced back. I was really impressed with Jamie Osborne yesterday in the holding area. Went to have a chat with him. I'll come back to that thought in a minute. This is Owen, isn't it? Oh,
he's a lucky boy there. That could have gone so hard to the barrier on the right, but he just lost it one way, and he's just had a glance with the barrier there. He's dead lucky there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, but hopefully we'll rejoin. Ben Crossley getting squeezed out, and Will Crooks looking to go up the inside. Archie Johnson, the man that they were chasing, as we have a look at... Is that Ben Crossley as well? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're looking at Ben in the replay. It nearly caught me out there that we'd gone back with live action, which is what we have now with Lewis Selby, the race leader. Lewis is always very, very modest about that win that he took at Donington on the right tyre, but he's a quick racer on his own. He's been right at the sharp end all the way through, and he's proving again to be a class act out front here from Jamie Osborne.
Yeah, definitely, and I'll tell you how much of a class act he is. He's done the fastest lap of the race by some way, by over a second. Even Charlie Hand can't keep up with him. Wow. I don't know how much this rain has stopped, but look at this now. Oh, you don't want to be rejoined. Oh, that's going to cause some damage.
Oh, Marlow, okay. Not so good. Clatters into Max Edmonson. He's going to need even more help now, isn't he? Max is going to rejoin. That's a shame. Marlowe's had a couple of bouncy moments, which is not good. So safety car again, not a bad thing. It's going to just calm everything down.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, got to be careful here as well. People need to just slow down, because that track looks like it's drying up to me. Windscreen wipers are mostly off. But yeah, we don't want anyone flying into the gravel track while there's marshals around. So yeah, there's Cordell. That's a shame. That there's nothing much you can do when you're on the grass and a wet grass on a slick tyre. So yeah, I mean, he got jumped up in the air, didn't he? So yeah, really difficult one. He's got a bit of steaming up maybe as well, because he's got his windows down, Charlie. I think now this is probably his race. Not done, but I don't think he's going to win this run. It's getting drier, so
Worth a punt, though, wasn't it?
It was definitely worth a punt, yeah. Talking of punts, what's happened down here? Oh, so that's Edmonson down the inside, gets the job done, then back around the outside. Oh, it was a big hip and shoulder, but now he just can't get that stop. You can see the steering was, that nearly went over.
Did.
Yeah, Marlowe was turning right to get back on the track, but just couldn't do anything about the speed at which he was travelling. But yeah, watch Cordell here. So there's quite a big hip and shoulder. That pushes him on the grass. When does he brake? Now, and he cannot stop. Bang. Yeah, that's a real shame, that. What I will say, just so you know, if it was a complete dry track and they were both on slicks, I'd have a go at Max Edmonson there. But when it's greasy and you're on slicks and you go on the power with the steering turned, it makes the car jump to the right. Because you gas up the power, and next minute it just understeers, loses front grip, and it
we have
looks.
the sound effect again. Nice one.
That's probably going to do sound in the gallery a load of favours. That isn't it? They're going to turn me down. I need turning down, Rich.
No, you don't. Marlowe Cordell might need turning down after that. A big shame to see him out. He's having a frustrating year, to say the least. Let's have a quick look at the positions as well as Ben Crossley gets recovered. A lot for the track officials to sort out. I've been lucky enough this weekend to talk to a lot of marshals, and I've thanked them all for what they've been doing. A couple of them coming in and doing taster days, which you can do as a marshal, which is great. Some who've packed up and are going to spend a bit of time spectating. And there they are, the boys and girls in orange that we thank for their wonderful, wonderful work that they do.
Do you know what's really cool? You talked about the taster days. The amount of marshals I speak to, and they say, oh, because of what I've heard from yourself and Richard John Neal on the coverage, we've been going and doing these taster days. So these new marshals are basically, not because of me, but because of you, because you're a ledge lad.
No. Anyway, we'll move on from that. It's great that we're getting marshals coming and doing that. I want to give a shout out to Ned Anthony. He's running in 5th place.
Wow.
Newcomer, brand new, moving into JCW. 5th position, top rookie. I know his mum and dad will be keenly watching this one, and I know Mum was very nervous about this round in particular. She's not a great spectator.
Whose mum is?
His mum, Verity, but makes a good cup of tea, Verity, as well, by the way. If you're down going past the awning for the Rob Gaffney team.
Is that why she's never watching, making you cups of tea? Imagine you'd be working.
I'm here though, aren't I? So yeah. But yeah, and this lad who come in through racing C1s last year and has moved up, it's a big leap from C1s into JCWs.
Do you know, can I just say something?
Yeah.
It is a big leap. You think it's a big leap. I cannot tell you how difficult City Car Cup cars are to drive.
All right.
They are literally. I do a little bit with a friend of mine and coach him, and I'm telling you now, they are. I've driven them quite a bit, and they are scary little cars to drive. They're not as powerful, obviously, as these, but
it's a good grounding, isn't it?
It's a great. I spoke to Tom Ingram about it because he drives the C1 quite a lot, and he says it does everything that you want to teach someone that a race car will do.
Yeah.
They do everything. They have less grip at the rear. They have not a lot of grip at the front. So when you lift off, you can get the nose of the car to turn, and they do everything that you want to teach people how to race.
Yeah, very, very good championship indeed. It's under safety car conditions here at Oulton Park, with Lewis Selby about to come under pressure when we restart eventually from Jamie Osborne. And I was starting to big up Jamie. Really frustrating qualifying session for him with that electrical fault. So back of the grid. I went to chat to him in the first race yesterday, and he's sitting there, he's smiling, no attitude, no sulk, just getting on with the job.
Yeah. You know, when you are in that position that he's in, where you've made yourself look great, because he's brilliant.
Yeah.
I was speaking to Jade Edwards about him actually, and Tim Harvey, and we were just saying how mature he is now and how he just gets the job done.
Yeah.
And that is a great sign, because he is still a youngster, but he's done a little bit of racing, and it is great to see that he can just get on with it and just be comfortable in his own skin, because he probably knew before this race started he'd get somewhere up the front, and that's a brilliant feeling.
Yeah, he's done so well. But yeah, just the fact that he was, smiley, happy, had a problem, explained it to me clearly, no excuses, just, yeah, really, really good. I'll take my hat off to him.
Sounds like me at dinner last night with you.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy dinner last night?
It was great, yeah. We wish Steve and Hutch all the very, very best, don't we? It's a sad weekend for us. But it was really weird in the build-up to this weekend, knowing that two of our most important people were going. It's a shame.
Exactly. but I'm sure Hutch won't miss having to speak to me about toning it down and counting me in. But it's been a fantastic weekend, hasn't it? And let's hope that this race can get underway and we can really... do you know what, Richard? I'm really looking forward to the restart of this because it's still patchy damp.
Yep. Who's
the bravest? And I want to see Osborne versus Selby. These two up front, Selby with the red front in the lead, and Osborne, this is it. But look at all of these cars weaving, really, really difficult. But that's not the case for Charlie Hand in that orange car, because that 55 car is now trying to do the opposite. It's trying to cool down them wet tyres, because they will be really struggling. They'll go like chewing gum. It's like driving on chewy. It's horrible. Windows down. I think he might have a little bit of a steaming up issue, or maybe just trying to get a bit of cool air in the car just to cool him down. Windows will be back up afterwards.
See what he can do. He's down in 9th position at the moment. Probably needs to give... I'll come to that point in a minute. Lights out on the safety car, so we're getting ready to race again. And this is what you were looking forward to. I'm looking forward to it too, Paul. It's going to be the battle between the two Nappa Racing boys. So Selby, the senior partner, if you want, out of the 4 Nappa drivers in the championship. Osborne in P2. Let's not forget Porter, Josh Porter in 3rd place, and Tom Ovenden in 4th. Then we've got Ned Anthony in 5th position. Here we go. Safety car pulls in. Scott Stringfellow doing the honours with the problem as ever as we go across the line, and it is Selby. Watch for Osborne. Let's see whether he's going to close up as they go down into turn 1. He does start to close, so the battle is on for lead position. The pressure is on. He's going to have a go here. A little bit of a wobble was there from Selby there. Inside, then outside goes Osborne. He's looking for it in the 77 car, but it's Selby hanging on to this at the moment. They're battling, but they're getting away.
Yeah, they're having a big battle. There was big brake lights from Osborne in the 77. Selby just is the first person on the scene. He's the first person to the tarmac that's dry or wet. So what we're going to get here, it's still a little bit damp. Green flags waving because we're under racing again. But look at the gap they've got to Porter in 3rd place.
They have gap Porter here. A bit of contact a little bit further back.
Should be okay. Should be okay with that.
Yeah, here we come then. Selby or LB as it says on the it's lost an S. LB. No, a Legends driver called LB.
You do well if you're a Legends driver in this. But look at the dry line, Rich. There's nowhere to go. He's going to have to shock him, but he might have to be on the damp to get past him, and that's where it's going to be really tricky.
Does the dynamic change when it's your teammate, though? And these guys respect each other greatly.
Massively, massively. But this reminds me of Shedden versus Neil in the Hondas back in the days. We see a mouthful of grass.
Archie.
Johnson, that's a nightmare. But there might be a move on now. This is it. It's getting tasty. Selby needs a good entry and a good exit. How hard can Osborne push? He's right in his tracks now. Where's the driver's place to get down the inside? He's close enough to have a look into Old Hull. It'll have to be a shock to get past him.
It will. Here they come then, down into Old Hull. What is he going to do? Osborne stays in P2, keeping a watching brief at the moment. 2 minutes 44 on the clock. Time is running out. Maybe he'll content himself with a Nappa 1-2. No, he won't. He's going to have another look. Takes a slightly different line to Selby as they come down through Cascades. Wider line here. Might give him a little bit more momentum as they head up in towards the hairpin again. He's making the move.
This is it. This is it. He's going to get down the outside. He might brake early to try and get the undercut. But look how early Selby brakes. He's on the damp stuff, Selby. He's got to be careful. Brake, get underneath him. Can he do it? Oh, he's parked himself on it, but he's got an overlap. This is good stuff, but great stuff from the teammates.
Nearly had the overlap, didn't quite have the momentum as they came out of the hairpin. Wasn't it wonderful to see them going in formation, like synchronised swimming if it had been raining a little bit harder, but really good racing from the pair of them. And Selby is a very wise older. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's raced for years, and Osborne will be learning from all that experience and watching, and he'll know that maybe he perhaps has a little bit more pace over the course of the season, being the championship leader by goodness knows how many points, 40-odd points, maybe more, and still chases on. But Selby doing a great job at the moment of defending with 1:40 on the clock.
Right, this is it. It's closer now. It's really closer now. Osborne does not want to finish second. If he defends this hard, this means this is where he's going to have to try and get the overlap. But Selby is inch perfect.
Yeah.
But look, he parks it on the apex. He can't get past him. But there's no way down the inside of Old Hall because it's just too damp. And he gets a great exit, Selby. They will both see the lap one board now. They will both see it.
Hand now losing out. For those of you wondering what happened to our driver on the wet tyres, dropping back now, but certainly not dropping back is Osborne, who looks one way again. He's all over the back of Selby's car as they come down through Cascades again. Again, goes for the wide line. Is this going to give him more momentum on the run? And he's trying to get the outside here. He's going to be...
he had to try different things, but that was the wrong thing to do, wasn't it?
It was. Is that going to be his final lap, as you can see? And Selby has done a good job. But I asked about, I wondered, I had it in the back of my mind whether Osborne would let him win, but no way has he done that. He's gone for it.
Absolutely not. Look at this then. So he's got nowhere to go. Selby brakes probably not early. It's just that Jamie brakes later. But then he's got nowhere to go. He picks up the damp and that's it. But the last corner, I think Osborne will be with him because he's so fast through Druitt and he will put it on the line. Let's see how close they are. It might... Nah, it's not close enough.
It's got to be over now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be over now.
Feeling chuffed for Lewis Selby here because, you know, he's kind of always making excuses about that other one that he had at Donington last year, and this has been that was a proper win, but this was even more so, and hopefully will give him the confidence, if he needed it, in JCW's going forward. But having said that, Osborne's coming up again.
Wow, no, that's it, it's over. This has been a bona fide win for Selby. Brilliant, I'm well happy for him.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a Nappa 1-2, and it's going to be Lewis Selby's coming up towards the checkered flag with his teammate right in tow, Jamie Osborne second. But Lewis Selby takes the win here at Oulton Park. Third place is going to go to Josh Porter. Great podium for Porter. Tom Ovenden in fourth place. Then it was Nathan Edwards finally getting some points, and the rookie winner is Ned Anthony. Ned Anthony gets his first rookie win and wraps up the top six.
Absolutely brilliant news that was. That was fair play to everyone who kept it on the track as they come across the line.
Really good race, loads to take out there. Max Edmonson finishes second in the rookies. Interesting, Paul, to look at the timing screen, and we've got top five are all seasoned races with more than one season under the belt, and then we've got a string of rookies. Now, that's not really a surprise in these conditions, is it? But Ned Anthony earned that one too. That was super stuff. Jacob Hodgkiss third in the rookies too. That's
as impressive as anything. That is really, really, really good stuff. But yeah, they were a lot closer than I thought. Look, as the checkered flag comes out. I mean,
wow, yeah.
I don't think he's lifted off there. I just think Jamie Osborne got such a good drive through Druitt, and then he braked ever so late. But you know what I loved about that? I've seen that situation even with teammates where they want to put the manners on them before the next race, and there was so much respect then. And the win is not just for Selby, it's for Selby's head. This will fire him into the next race.
Yeah, proper championship contender is Selby, third in the championship coming into that race. About 40 points down on Tom Ovenden, but it's going to get him closer to Tom. Tom, of course, was there in fourth, so will get decent points as well. Charlie Hand tried to play his hand early in the race, going on to the wets. And did a great job. He's happy, he's waving, so not a bad weekend for the Manpower team. Had fastest lap in race one, did Manpower. Harry Campy got fastest lap in that one. Well done, Harry, in the 13 car, the Accelerate runner, so good stuff for him. So here's the result. Lewis Selby takes the win from Jamie Osborne and Josh Porter. Tom Ovenden in fourth position ahead of Nathan Edwards. Then it was the rookie win for Ned Anthony. First win for him. Well done, Ned. Max Edmonson second in the rookies from Jacob Hodgkiss and Cam Richardson. Harry Campy, who comes from Selby, so something about Selby being quick. He got the fastest lap. Harry Hickton, fastest lap yesterday, takes 11th. Charlie Hand next up from Henry Howarth. Owen Hillman recovers for 14th from Nicky Gauci. Henry Howarth winning the sport category. Nicky Gauci second, Chris McKenzie third in the sport, 16th overall from Will Crooks and Albert Webster. Had problems, as did Archie Johnson and very sadly Marlowe Cordell, our 20th runner. And we also saw problems for Ben Crossley and Alex Solly. So how does this leave things as we head to our next round, which is at Croft? They've got a little bit of a break, as have we. Jamie Osborne leading the championship, 44 points to Tom Ovenden. Lewis Selby getting closer in third. Max Edmonson fourth. Bert Webster in fifth place. Rookies headed by Max from Bert, then Jacob Hodgkiss in third, so Jacob doing well. Harry Campy fourth from Charlie Hand. All competitive stuff. In the JCW Sports, Henry Howarth now has got a 71-point lead over Ben Crossley, with Archie Johnson in third from Chris McKenzie and Will Crooks. And the JCW Rookies, again headed by Henry from Archie Johnson, Will Crooks and Nicky Gauci. So that's our championship points complete. Lewis Selby rightly delighted with his win. He'll go across and hug, yeah, a hug and a fist bump, absolutely right. with his teammate Jamie Osborne. We will hear from those two after this short break. Please stay with us.
That's a controversial move.
But will it pay off?